Thanks for checking out my video. If you want to learn more from me, I have a lot of classes on Udemy. You can find the links to a lot of those in the description.
Alrighty, so this one is in response to a comment that I got on a recent video, I think like a day or two ago. It's currently March 8th, but you guys probably aren't going to see this until, I think, May sometime, because, I got a backlog of videos, because I always like being ahead of schedule. So they were asking about, should I do, the Necronomicon spellbook stuff during a waxing or a waning moon? And if I remember the context correctly, because wherever my Necronomicon spellbook is, man, I have not seen that since, probably, I haven't seen that book in, God, over a year or something. It vanished into the ether. But, I got my copy of Lamadou Dingir, and I'm actually working on my own adaptation of the Necronomicon spellbook at the moment. Working with the 50 Names of Marduk in a more in-depth way. I even got new sigils that are actually based on Jupiter planetary squares, and, other good details that, I don't know, maybe by the time this video comes out, I'm already going to have the book complete, but I can't tell the future. Anyways, so, should you work with the Necronomicon spellbook during a waxing or a waning moon? And I think that the book says, you should do it during a waxing moon, but that is, of course, based on context of your magic. So, I don't want to go too far into high magic and stuff, because the Necronomicon spellbook arguably is just kind of low magic-ish, because you can do it, for anything, and I've had success with those spells during the day, even though it says in the book you should be doing those things at 2 or 3 in the morning, which ironically, I'm up right now. I've been up since about 3:50. It's currently 4:34 a.m., so this would be a good time to do a Necronomicon spellbook, one of the sigils and stuff. I'm not sure if it's a waxing or a waning moon right now, but yeah, so, alright. Whether or not you should do it during a waxing or a waning moon is dependent on the desired outcome of your spell. So waxing and waning moons. When a moon is waxing, it means it's going from new to full. So, as the nights go on, you start to see more of the moon lit up. Waning moons is when it's going from full to new, which is when progressively over the course of nights you see it slowly getting darker and darker, right? So, symbolically, what are we talking about here? Waxing moons are when the moon is gaining more light over time. Waning moons is when it's gaining more darkness over time. So, if you want to bring something into being, a manifestation spell, building confidence, manifesting that job, gaining, even improving communication with someone, making something grow, a new business venture, things like that, things that you want to build up, you do during waxing moons. Things you want to eliminate, you want to diminish, or you want to destroy, you would do that kind of thing during a waning moon. Think about it symbolically. If the moon is building itself up with light, then you want to do spells about building something up or creating something or manifesting. If you want to destroy something, or something needs to go from how it is now to less than it is now, then you want to do that during a waning moon. A lot of magic, you guys can answer your own questions if you look at the symbolism of it. There's this line in the movie Boondock Saints. What's the symbolism? Willem Dafoe says it, if I remember correctly. That's what you got to ask yourself with every kind of thing in magic. What does the different things on my altar symbolize? What do the different clothes I'm wearing symbolize? What does this particular action that I'm doing symbolize? If we're talking with sympathetic magic. So, the moon is a sympathetic aspect to represent what our emotions are trying to do. What do we want? What do we desire? Do we want to bring something into being or eliminate something? This is what would dictate whether you would be doing a Necronomicon spellbook sigil, working with one of the 50 Names of Marduk, during a waxing or waning moon. I know that this is a short one, but short, sweet, simple, to the point answer. Good hunting.
Thanks for watching my video. So if you want to check out my playlists, I have, among others, the Simon Necronomicon, the Tree of Life, General Magic, Tulpamancy, a playlist on my books, the elements, stones, the theories that govern magic, and the gods and goddesses of Mesopotamia. If you want to check out my books on Amazon, I have Creating Consciousness, Magical Mechanics, Magical Theater, Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Movement, which is an update and expansion upon Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Mastery, which is a combination masterwork of Magical Theater and Magical Mechanics, and The Guide to the Spheres and Beyond. You can also find me on Facebook at Magickology YT. You can email me at priestofthenecro@gmail.com, and you can even check out my Instagram, which is Magickology. And good hunting.